It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Bucco.
Oh my God! That's another one from Aubrey Jet.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Welcome and good evening down to One Solution Park, the home of FK Beograd here in the area NPLSA for round 15 as we are close to rounding out the round for you this evening. Big clash on our cards, on our hands today. FK Beograd, 9th place, taking on 6th place Adelaide City. A 1-0 win to the home side last time they met at Adelaide City Park earlier in the season. Looking forward to today's game and having a look at the starting lineups as well. Only one change for Adelaide City after their big win last week against Adelaide Comets. Nicholas Bucco making his way in, replacing suspended Yared Abatu. There was two changes, sorry, one of those being Nicholas Bucco coming in as well, with Yared Abatu suspended this week after receiving his 5th yellow card. Plus on the FK Beograd side, 3 changes after their 1-0 draw at South Adelaide last week. One of those, Ninko Beric out injured, plus international duty for Jared Clark, who's off with Vanuatu. In a big game last night, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, some South Australians on show in that game as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But let's head to this game now. Myself, Johnny Kecko, bringing you all the action today alongside Daniel, the coach of Adelaide Comets Women. Good to have you on board, Daniel.
Hey, Johnny. Thanks for having me. I'm really keen for tonight. Adelaide City, FK Beograd, 2 big sides, big game, and it's a gorgeous evening for it.
Yes, it is a great evening for football. And, well, you made your debut in commentary last week, Adelaide City Women, Adelaide United, followed by a doubleheader of Adelaide City and Adelaide Comets. So you're now making your third, another Adelaide City game. So it seems like you're a bit of a mainstay for Adelaide City.
Yeah, I must be joining the ultras for them. No, it was good last weekend. It was nice to be on the other side for once, and second, I had the opportunity to jump at it. Of course, especially when you get to watch teams like this play.
Absolutely. It is going to be a big game today. Looking forward to seeing how both sides fare. It's going to be, well, if any of the other games are to go by, this is going to be an entertaining game full of lots of goals, hopefully, because there was a lot of goals across all fixtures today. Last night's fixture as well, there was only 2 goals in that, but 2 red cards as well, 1-1 draw between Modbury Jets, North Eastern Metro Stars, and as the rest have finished up for today, we'll go through those lineups, those fixtures as we wait for the teams to make their way out. Adelaide Croatia Raiders lost 3-1 to South Adelaide, so their second win for the season. South Adelaide Panthers, the first came against Beograd earlier in the year at this venue when the sprinklers came on. Hopefully that doesn't happen today, but they get the 3-1 win against Raiders, a big win for them. 2-2 draw for Para Hills and Adelaide Comets, a 3-2 win for Campbelltown City, Adelaide Olympic, and Adelaide United Youth. Again, 4 goals in that, but a 4-3 loss to Croydon FC. A big win for Croydon, but that's a lot of goals in 3 weeks for Adelaide United fixtures. 8, 16, what's that, 23 goals in 3 games.
I know, it's quite ridiculous, and you never know which way the game's going to go. I think across the NPL as a whole this week, it's been exciting football. You never know who's going to win. Fixture there that stands out for me is that Croatia Raiders South Adelaide result. Huge result for South Adelaide away from home.
Absolutely is. A massive result there. Maybe a little too late for them because they are looking like they are going into the State League 1 next year. But that's football for you. Sometimes the results come your way a little bit too late, but better late than never. At least they can get some good football in before they finish up in the NPL. But we can't write them off too soon because you never know. It's football at the end of the day.
That's it. It's football. Anything can happen.
And the coaches are just making their way to the bench as players are walking down the race now. A little bit delayed on kickoff, so not a 5 o'clock kickoff. It might be a 5:15 kickoff today, or maybe 5:10. So we're about a couple of minutes away. We're just getting a report from the sidelines as well. The coaches are freezing at the moment, so we are too. But it's nothing like last night's game. I commentated the Adelaide City women's game against Sturt Lions, a 6-all thriller. But more thing of it was a killer game up in the commentary box and frozen as well.
I know, I watched that game back and listened to the weather that you're going through. Ridiculous game, both on and off the pitch. So
Look at my jacket. My jacket's still a little bit drenched. I tried drying it out, but it hasn't done well at all in the cold to try and get rid of the wet. So, but it might get wet today. Hopefully not. It doesn't look that way. But those stormy clouds just on the far side look like they could be making their way over. But hopefully no rain to come. But definitely cold chills.
If it makes you feel any better, Jets Cross was perfect weather last night. So
yeah, thank you for that. A bit late. Well, we'll talk about your game as well with Adelaide Comets last night, the women. But we'll get into this game as players getting ready to get things underway. It is going to be, hopefully, a great game of football. There's Nicholas Bookhout lining up as captain this week. Came off the bench in last week's game against Adelaide Comets. Raring to go with the armband. And Andoni Natsiopoulos, the captain for FK Beograd. Played 3 games earlier in the season with that armband before getting injured long term. But making his way back. It's his 3rd game since returning. Had a great run so far. 1 win and 1 draw. Yet to lose points in that armband since returning from injury. You'll be hoping to try and extend that and get at least another point here today, if not 3. Whilst Bookhout will want to try and help his team stay up into that finals area, because it was only looking a little while ago that they were staring towards relegation, but they're making their way into finals potentially with a bit of a change in mentality and results.
Well, when you look at it, take out the start of the season, they are the informed team at the moment. Beograd's form of late, a little bit hit and miss, but Adelaide City, they've been the team to beat at the moment. Last four games, they've looked sensational. So, big ask, but I think they can do it.
Definitely, they could do it. They're a strong team, still headlined by some very strong coaches. Ones that know how to win a league, especially in Barney Smith as the assistant coach and Paul Pezos as head coach. They've made many grand finals over the years between themselves. On the other side, though, FK Belgrad's head coach, his first year as head coach after being assistant to Michael Matriciani, although he knows what success is like as an assistant coach. But the pressures of head coach, well, obviously a lot different. But he's finding his form. In the last couple of weeks, a 4-0 win over Olympic. 1-1 draw South Adelaide. But tonight will be a big result. Nonetheless, as we're about to get underway, Nicholas Bucco to kick things off for round 15 as we go into the last game of the round down here at One Solution Park. And straight away out for a quick throw. Small crowd at the moment, but as you imagine, being the last game of the round, some of the neighbouring clubs' fans will make their way here for dinner, as is usually the ritual on a Saturday night.
There's always a fantastic crowd here at Frank Mitchell Park. The food, the atmosphere, it's a great place to come for football, so I'm sure people will filter through the next 10-15 minutes.
It was Jamie Signorelli, goalkeeper tonight for FK Beograd. Earlier in the season, it was talk that Beograd had way too many goalkeepers in their ranks, 3 goalkeepers that could easily fit into any NPL squad. Jokic and Kavanagh, the other 2. However, due to injuries, potentially a long term for Jokic, and Kavanagh, who's returning, potentially available next week, has meant Signorelli has been able to get into the squad tonight. Makes his 4th appearance and start for his side. A great goalkeeper, but a lot of work to try and get in front of Kavanagh.
Yeah, it's not an easy gig, especially after some of the performances Kavanagh has put in this season. But Jamie, the last few years, he's done the hard work through Campbelltown and the state leagues, and he's really grafted to get to where he is, so he's earned his spot.
Short throw. Manchesi is out for a goal kick. It's always great calling down here at FK Belgrad's home ground, One Solution Park. You're close to the action, right next to the dugout, so you can hear exactly what's going on the sideline. Sometimes it's a little bit to the detriment of our PG rating, because sometimes, well, you might have to change it to MA sometimes.
You do, and I know many a coach have been told to watch what they say in preparation for the game.
Carachia wins a free kick.
Sometimes it's interesting watching the footage back.
Yeah. I've had a couple of coaches come up to me in post-game saying, "You didn't hear me, did you?" Well, sometimes we did. Yeah. The long ball, looking for Louis. Couldn't get there. Bucco chases down. That's it. Let it go for Beograd as they make their way down. Maxim Ivanic, who returns to the starting 11 this week. Only his 3rd appearance in the starting lineup this season. Scored twice, so in his 13 games appearing for the side. Only 2 of those starting.
I'm interested to see tonight how Adelaide City approaches this first half. Last week against Adelaide Comets, the pressing for 90 minutes was sensational. And if they're able to replicate that sort of intensity, most teams will struggle to compete with them.
Matthew Marrett obviously was in this side, Adelaide City, only a few weeks ago. In their reserves, Adelaide FK Belgrade managed to pick him up and sign him, and used him in that game against Croydon, which they had a really big comeback from behind, a 3-2 win after being behind 2-3 in that 400 game appearance for Luke Klimek, the captain of Croydon FC. Maris getting on the score sheet that evening. So he'll want to try and make an appearance and an impact tonight in this fixture. Konstantopoulos, and it's just a little out wide. A handoff, Oshinam, which we'll see a corner for Belgrade.
Very effective attacking play there by Beograd.
Singapoulos sends it long. Brinkworth, Thomas Brinkworth, the official, waves it off. On the bench, calls for a penalty from FK Beograd. Lewis Killer. Long ball. Dealt with. Konstantopoulos. Matsiopoulos. Eventually makes his way out. Harry Thomas. Been a quiet game so far, hasn't been in favour of too much of any of the sides, but it's looking to be a good game of football the way these first 6 minutes have played out. As Patrick Karachia tried to make a break for it. It's for Nyonkuri.
As you were saying there, yeah, tight game to start with, but with only a point between them on the table, you expect both teams to be a little bit cagey. Hopefully, after we get 15, 20 minutes in, game starts to open up. And
well, it's interesting to see what the live ladder is at the moment, because heading into this game, Beograd sat 9th on 18 points, Adelaide City 6th on 19 points. So 1 point, as you did mention, between them. But as it stands, if it remains as a draw, City finished 6th on 20 points, and Beograd down to 8th, or up to 8th, sorry, on 19. So there will be 6 teams on the same points from 10th to 5th. 3 on 20 and 3 on 19. That's how close finals football will be between these sides this year. It just only makes for entertaining football.
It's good for us supporters, but if you're one of those coaches, you're having many a sleepless night because of it.
The top 4 is where it's at as well. Only 2 points within as well. Modbury Jets, Metro Stars, Comets and Campbelltown all within 2 points. Then a 6-point gap, all within 1 point till you get down to the bottom 2, which is Olympic and Panthers. It's looking like they're the 2 teams to go down as a pair.
I think even looking at both those 2 bottom sides, both have conceded a lot this season. And when you're leaking goals, it's always hard to stay up.
Jakobsen's not looking good at all. This might be a substitution maybe, or definitely be checked up by the club physio. He's not looking good at all. This could be a night for him. Only 8 minutes in.
Times like this, you need the old school magic sponge.
Well, hopefully it's nothing too serious for him. Obviously a very well-experienced player. Don't like to see a hamstring potentially. We're just watching the replay on our phones, as we're not privy to any other technology here.
Yeah, definitely pulled up lane there as he's going to turn, so.
Anthony Trimboli could be coming on by the looks of it. He's just about to go warm up on the sidelines.
Paddy up on the 22.
So fairly short. All signs point to calling it a night for Jefferson.
Disappointing so early on for the team, also for the player.
Or could City capitalise whilst they're man up?
Reaction!
It's the time they would definitely want to try and make the most of it. Whilst Beograd are down to 10 men.
Yes, Books, up, Paddy. Yes, Books.
Hurry! Forced out. Benjak.
Yes, finish.
Luich.
Easy, higher. Easy. Move it. Let's go.
Right. Now City trying to find a way forward. It's Buko. Will flick up and send out for their own throw in. It was a deflection. Buko on the end of it goes for a long range and straight to the one solution signage. And then, as you can see as well on the camera there, you would have seen calls from the physio to make that substitution. That it is done. A night for the veteran defender. And it's not going to be Trimboli that's coming on, but we will make that substitution any second now.
Harry,
final
when we're going, you've got too much distance.
Notes and instructions are being given. Will be Daniel Goni coming on for
Central fish and read the body language of the keeper.
His 12th appearance of the season. He made 6 starts. Will come off the bench now for a 6th occasion this season.
Also looks like a bit of a shuffle of the back four there to accommodate the change.
He will be slotting in on that right-hand side.
Yes, Macy. Double. Go, buddy. Don't stop. Let's go.
It's Goni. It's his touch.
Give him an angle, buddy.
Parachia.
Good. Let's go. Let's go. Step up, Paddy.
Looking for Buko.
Step up, Lewis.
Beograd.
Keep going, Lewis.
Forced to play it back.
Up.
Pressure is being put on by Adelaide City. And maybe left by Stokes. It's for Oshinen to take the long ball.
Hey.
And it hasn't had to do too much so far to Kurt Oshinen.
Paddy, higher. Pin.
He'll be hoping he doesn't have a night like the women's team did last night.
Hopefully not for in his case. And hopefully not for us as well, because my throat's still recovering from last night. On top of the cold, I was having to call 12 goals. And by the end of it, you can hear my voice a little bit. Just being able to stay in there with some of those surprising late goals from the home side to get that equaliser.
Let's go, Paddy. Reaction.
For what a game. It was a great night to debut my fingerless gloves last night as well. Definitely needed them. Not about the fashion anymore, more about the warmth.
It's all about the practicality. Good investment.
Ideally though, I would like my fingers tips to be covered as well, but can't hold anything or use my phone if that's the case during a game. There we go. Jumping on as we speak. Forgot about him until I mentioned it.
That is a statement.
Looks like a dog chewed him off. Can't complain, $10 a target. One thing I did notice about it though, you don't notice the cold as much until you put fingerless gloves on. Because it feels, my hands are cold, but when I put it on, my fingers feel even colder.
Oh, you notice the difference.
You notice the difference,
yeah.
You do. It's funny how your mind plays tricks on you.
Are you trying to sell fingerless gloves to me?
Do you want a pair? I can sell you some.
Might need to invest.
I'll put a $10 commission, 10% commission on top, so maybe I'll sell them to you for just 10%. $11. That's not enough. No, $14. I'll get it for 10.
Keko branded fingerless gloves.
Coming to your nearest online store. Start selling my own branded one, and also maybe Gatorade jackets as well. Been asked for a few of those I've been wearing on the sidelines this year.
All the exclusive merch.
Yeah, exactly. Those ones you have to get approval from Gatorade. Let me get myself another one of those. A great investment. As we're just seeing some treatment being done to Massimo Falco. Beograd will be hoping not to get any more injuries this evening. We've already got 5 so far on the sidelines. Adeline and Bruno's one of those. That's the goalkeepers. As you see, a break for Beograd. Going to run for it. Maximilian Bunny. Scrambled and cleared by Adelaide City. They try to make the break. Falco. Maybe a throw. The bench happy, impressed with the way their side's playing so far. Making some movement and run.
What do you make of the first 15 minutes?
It's been a very level game, I'd say, on either side. Not that any side's played a lot better or worse than the other. It's just been a very evenly sided, would you say, game between these two sides?
Yeah, I agree. A little bit stop-start.
So there's Beograd making into the area, straight to the hands. Safe hands of Dakota Holtzman.
With the first real chance of the game popping up there.
It's well, it's got a draw written on it. Potentially a new all draw, which I don't want. As every other game so far that's been commentated on has had thrilling encounters. But there's still a lot of time to be played in this, and as we know, football is a game of 2 halves, and also a game that you never give up on. As there's been many goals scored, deciding goals scored in the 90+ minutes this season. A stat that I need to sit down and spend some time on, because it would surprise you how many late equalisers and winners have been scored after 90 minutes this season. 3 of those just last week. 1 of those for Beograd in that equaliser against South Adelaide. 2 other massive results last week as well, especially with the 4-all draw, Adelaide United. And that's in Carrot Hills. And that's just a great example of never switching off the telly or leaving a game before the 90 minutes is done.
And I know a few that did. Especially this season, you watch every game, you don't know which way it's going to go.
It's not just the NPL, but also the state leagues as well. Even the women's league, there's just late goals everywhere, and it just really shows how competitive every team is. As City get into the area, Andoni Natsiopoulos with the head. Buko tries to revive it with a ball in to the area. Gutierrez, football trying to sway to Natsiopoulos.
Yeah, I think across the board, most teams seem to be playing with a lot of bravery and attacking flair, and it's exciting football to watch across the state.
Jason Konstantopoulos tries to find a spot in the area, and it gets into a dangerous position, but it goes out. For a goal kick. It's coming off Udai Quirky. Off his head. Udai scored 3 goals so far this season. 14 appearances, 13 prior to tonight's game. He missed 1 game so far this year. Currently on 3 yellow cards, so he needs to be careful not to get his 5th very soon. As Latanzio gets in the area, Signorello comes out, prevents it. There's calls that should have been a foul.
Possible handball on the edge there.
Referee Tom Brinkworth did slap his chest to say came off his chest. Which is why he didn't pay it. Donnie Natsiopoulos set up Park. Buko tries to break through defence. As Beograd just continuing this back and forth motion between these two sides. It's football from one end to the other. It's Konstantopoulos tries to be the one to make it through. The stopped defence of Adelaide City. Many numbers, many black and white zebra painted shirts in the box.
Drop in Maxi on him. Drop in to him. Go Maxi. All you got. One of you.
An iconic shirt in South Australian football history, the black and white zebra stripes.
Lewis, go.
An iconic name for their their program, match day program as well, the Gazebra. Obviously named after the Gazetta.
Yes, Books.
Gazebra, very cool now, I like that, play on words.
Yes, Books. Yes,
A lot of the matchday programs teams putting out are fantastic.
Actually, you got good point on that, because even Beograd do one as well, and they've all stepped up their game. It's great to see. I know it's a little bit of an extra cost and extra work for volunteers, especially to put into, but they've really upped their game. And just a little thing adds to the game day experience.
Absolutely, just
As you know, Koike goes for the shot.
yeah, just a little bit more professionalism, a little bit more involvement, excitement around match days.
If you want to talk more about programs as well, one of our match day commentators, David Grant, is all about it. He actually created a segment on my show about that. Called Get With The Program, and where he just discusses matchday programs and what he loves and dislikes about certain ones.
What's his favourite?
I think the Gazebra is one of the ones he really does enjoy, based on the history that's in there. He's all about the history.
Yeah. Now, Barry on his touch. Yes, go, Cheesy. Go.
Roy makes some good designs as well. It's just a mixture. It's good to see.
Good, let's go. Good.
Just a little bit of extra effort being put in.
Come on.
As we know, the cost does add, and they don't charge anyone for them either, the clubs.
Harry, inside, there. Harry, inside. Kilo, drop. This way, Kilo. Don't mark. Keep going. Lewis, let's go. Let's go, Books. Keep going, Lewis. Up, DB.
Theopolis.
Step on, DB. Too late, Kilo. Danny. Lewis.
Beograd just playing it through the back.
Up, Danny.
Continue, Alec.
Yes, Lewis. Lewis on the keeper now. Lewis on the keeper.
Makes his way in the middle of the park. Matt Theopolis. Third game since returning from injury, long-term injury. But his aim was to get back, to be able to represent his side. Big fixture coming up, only in a few weeks' time. This is offside. In a few weeks' time, they'll be back home against an old-time rival, Adelaide Croatia Raiders, which proved to be an entertaining game of football in round 7. Round 18.
You were there, weren't you?
I was on the boundary, yes.
How was it?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So if you are free on the night that the next fixture is here at Beograd's home ground, definitely come down. It is going to be an exciting football match. The atmosphere that both sides bring. Hopefully the away side bring a big crowd down here.
Which I'm sure they will.
Obviously coming to enemy territory in the sense of football. It'll be interesting to see how it goes down here. So go for that second match up between these two sides after a very long time away from each other in separate leagues. But it's a game of football that the neutral has all their eyes on. brings a team of passion. Culture.
I'll be leaning towards the Beograd side of things for that night, I think.
Especially when you're in home territory. It'll just be like me staying neutral and inside the pitch.
Yeah.
I was lucky, I was on one side of the pitch and the far side from the dugouts, so right in front of the grandstand for the first half. Second half I was next to the dugouts, and that's when the grandstands threw a lot of beer onto the pitch. So I would have been covered. And despite that, it would have been awful smelling like beer. I was actually disappointed I wasn't amongst the action and the passion.
Missed out on that moment, did you?
Yeah.
Cool memory.
But I went home smelling normal. That was a good thing.
Yeah. The crowd was immense that night.
It was. A few thousand down there. I'm not sure on exactly the figures from memory. Definitely a few thousand across the day as well.
Well, when the game's here, I'm expecting you to stand there and
we'll see how we go.
Count them out.
Maybe not. Too many to try and count individually. Despite doing that on other occasions. As we see, Bucco tries to send it through, and it's an offside for Nicholas Francesi.
Harry, keep right, Bucco to your left. Bucco.
The wind now is picking up down here. Campaign, respect starts here. Respect the ref campaign being launched by Football South Australia. Referees are what hold our game together here in South Australia and all around the world in football, which is why a new initiative from Football SA heavily encourages all to respect the ref. This new initiative implores all spectators, players, coaches and club staff to respect and appreciate the time, effort, energy that goes into being a football referee. Junior match officials will be wearing an orange armband to signify that they are under 18. But this campaign is also about protecting all referees. To learn more information about this campaign, please visit Football South Australia website today. Respect starts here. Great campaign.
Oh, it's a great campaign. It's needed to happen for too long. Some of the officials we have in this state go above and beyond week in, week out, and the professionalism they bring.
And we definitely need more numbers coming through for referees. And obviously, with little respect from some, not a lot, minority of fans and spectators, that's kind of puts off the next generation. But having something implemented at a grassroots level, obviously will create a bit more of a comfortable environment for parents to let their kids get into officiating, and hopefully that's where it starts and then will grow as the game progresses. And sometimes we look at trying to fix the problem at a higher level, but maybe it's this lower level that's exactly where it's going to start and make a massive change in football.
I spent a couple of years as a referee throughout my teenage years.
Well, there you go. How'd you find that?
Oh, it was quite enjoyable. I don't know if I was very good. Got caught ball watching a little bit, so the complaints against me were warranted.
But they were obviously just passionate complaints, not any disrespect.
No.
Just noticing that difference is what is the big importance.
Let's go. One more.
And that's what will make the biggest change and impact as we back onto this game. As the sun goes down over One Solution Park in Woodville West, western suburbs. It's heating up on the pitch. Well, no goals to be scored just yet, but either end, there's been only a handful of opportunities. It's kind of looking like this game could end at 0-0, unfortunately, for us who rely on the extra energy and excitement of goals to keep us going. But unfortunately, it may be just the chivaps at the end of the game that will keep us motivated.
I think the 3 points today is so critical for both sides here. Beograd in particular, but both sides need this win. For City, it would mean...
Well, there's corner being called here by Tom Brinkworth, sorry to cut you off, but Dakota Oshnum is kind of arguing it with the referee, Tom Brinkworth. thinking it was a goal kick. Go back to you now.
Yep.
Okay.
For City, 5 wins on the bounce. What an achievement. And for Beograd, this puts them in that finals contention. So goals yet to come.
As it's whipped in, short to Quoke. Finds his way into the box. Many heads in the area. But dealt with by City. Only as far as Nicholas Francesi. Half an hour into this game. Still no one on the score sheet. Still hard to pick who will score that first goal, if any. Yankuru got the pass through to Matthew Mayo, but they called it back for the free kick on Goni. Some were torn that they wanted to play on. Goni gets around Karachia. Nice little pass. Back to Goni. Nyankuru on his left, but not enough on it. And falls straight down to Oshinum. Direct shot in the way of him. Great goalkeeper, Dakota Oshinum. Played at A-League level. Has been in Adelaide City since leaving United only a few seasons ago.
Consistent performer in that time too.
We do know how hard it is to stay in the A-League, or not necessarily stay in the A-League, but get that first team spot in an A-League side, because there's so many great goalkeepers produced in this, not only in this country, but in this state especially. Beograd doing well so far. Not to concede against this strong Adelaide City side. We're in some form at the moment.
Come across, Keylor. Stay inside, Timmy. Stay inside.
Scotty. Finds Quoke. And Donny Natsiopoulos. Straight into the referee. Tom Brinkworth may get a bit of a bruise from that. Ball back to Beograd. See in that centre circle as well. Big square cut out there. I'm not too sure what's happened here, but a bit of dead grass. We'll find out exactly what the reasoning behind that is.
What's your guess?
Whoop! That ball was coming straight to me. Right into the box. Almost looks like they flicked it up to us. My guess, I don't know. Looks like maybe. Looks like it's been patched up. I don't know.
Looks purposeful.
It does. Could have been patched up potentially.
Pitch looks alright today, especially considering the downpour we've had the last 48 hours.
Obviously, grass pitch. It has been not overly down this area. It was pouring a little bit yesterday, but since then, it wasn't as much as it was in Eden Hills last night.
Did you see any pictures of the Cove pitch today?
No, I did not.
That was underwater.
Oh wow!
Game called off.
Jeez, there you go. It's funny. Just a suburb over or different part of the state. Not too far away, but
what a difference!
It makes a massive difference. Quoke, little pass, little touch on, Goni. Francesi does well. Natsiopoulos couldn't get the touch on it. Francesi, Karachia, sorry. couldn't hold himself up. We'll go back to Signorello.
DB up, DB up.
Absolutely clear skies above One Solution Park. It's exactly what we like to see as commentators in the scaffold.
Yeah, I'm just looking out into the distance and hoping it stays that way.
It does look like we're surrounded by clouds elsewhere, but just not in this area. So if it stays away from this vicinity, we'll be fine for the rest of the night. Can't get wet 2 nights in a row. Although I'm a lot closer to home tonight. I'll have time to go get changed and come back.
Don't jinx me. 10 minutes to go in this half.
It's this footy.
And Beograd really stepping up now.
Yes, Harry. Yes, DB. Yes, DB. Yes, Box. Yes, Harry.
Gotta be careful. Right there, as we see Beograd again. A lot of pressure with men around him from Adelaide City. Through ball to Goni. Goni finds his way out on the right. Tries to cross it in. It's Konstantopoulos. Doesn't get the right touch in. Maxim Ivanic trying to produce something as he finds his way back into Goni again. This time, the cross goes into the hands of Oshinham. Buko. Handball. On Nyankuru. There were some calls that it wasn't. Won't repeat the words used, but from our angle, if you were slightly to the left, which the Beograd bench is, well, you would probably not see the hand being touched. But from our angle, it was the right call. It's offside. There's something great about being at a football ground, commentating, turn to the back and just seeing a house right there. If I owned that house, I would build an attic with a balcony and then sell tickets.
Park up. Nice wine.
Corporate box, beautiful.
Heated.
I'll do a deal with the club. You supply the food. We'll give you 4 seats for your fans to sit in.
Dinner included. Ivanic back to Nyankuru now. Does well, holds the ball. Plays it back. To Banjak. Signorello. Banjak again. From Mayo. Natsiopoulos. Going to Konstantopoulos. Will be a free kick on Natsiopoulos though. Not sure if they would have preferred the free kick or the corner then.
Canary not happy with that being called. Well, you see the heat coming from the sides. Obviously, not happy with the decision, Nicholas Buko. Just arguing that he jumped over. But, well, we're just paying attention, to both of those benches as we're listening to them. You can hear the totally difference in the descriptions being said about that situation there from both sides. Both completely different opinions. Obviously the referee has given his and given that the very yellow card.
Help him, Damian!
That was also what was in contention with the opinions as well.
The joys of opinion.
That's why we love football. It's an opinion-based sport for a reason. And anyone that goes against it, well, that's what football's all about. And that's why, I think that's why everyone has that certain respect for each other.
Let's go. Up, Cheesy. Come on, Cheesy. Good boy. Good boy.
Fight. Cheer. Pops it to the face and we'll win the free.
Tension's really boiling over these last 5-6 minutes of the half.
I can feel it now. Man, it may be cold up here, but it's hot down there at the moment between these two sides. Both sides eager to go into the halftime break with a goal. I'd rather go to the halftime break with a goal than a cold.
And a goal at this stage. Game-changing moment.
Scored from this point very many times. Can he try and do it again today? Or at least set up one of his teammates? It's Buko. Sends it in. Great ball in. It's cleared by Quote though from any danger. Still remains. Doesn't just out for a throw in. You can see that crowd building nicely down here at One Solution Park.
Food must be almost ready.
Yeah, well actually I just looked up at the bar. It's packed in there already. Don't think we're getting chivaps at half time. It's Buko. He's there in the area, gets ahead to it. And it's the final 1 minute in! Daniel Bresson gets here, first goal here, and there it is. You could feel it coming.
It was creeping. It was creeping. 4 minutes till half time. City applying that pressure. My word.
You could just see it happening. As we mentioned, it was like that feeling of it brewing.
Strike. Clean.
And there it is. Adelaide City get that lead heading into the halftime break. Still time for it to
Good. Relax together.
get the equaliser. But Adelaide City are going to do everything in their power to hold on to this now. 42nd minute from Daniel Bresson.
Now slowly.
Paul Pezos with a brief smile there too.
Wait, yeah. Paddy, what's your man? Good. Double.
What a moment.
Yes, push hard. Forward, Lewis.
Well, it's his 6th goal of the season. What is his 14th appearance? Only missed 1 game this year.
Stay there, Paddy.
You can hear the difference in tone in Pezos' voice at the moment on the sidelines. Actually a little bit louder as Buko puts some pressure on Sinuelo. But a bit more of a relieved tone in his voice as well.
Who are you going to call? Call one of your midfielders.
Game on.
DB. Fish. Lewis. Danny, split. The 2 6s.
The one thing about this home ground for FK Beograd as well, do you get some people that go walk their dogs along the along the sidewalk, and they just stand and watch the game as well. And also some neighbours who just go on their Saturday night walk and watch some football as well. When there's a no smoking venue, it's a great spot to have a smoke, watch some football. It's Quoke puts Osham under pressure. Now we're in the corner. Back into the area. A fist to it from Oshinum. Nyonkuri now. Back on it. It's FK Belgrade trying to find a ball forward to get back into this game before the halftime break. Gets near. It's only about 60 seconds plus any additional time from referee Tom Brinkworth, which would only potentially be no more than a minute or 2. So stoppage of play is only been for slight stoppage. Yuckerson earlier on during his injury. Substitution, plus that goal just reached moments ago as well. Goes short. That's Yopoulos. Sets up Marco and goes into back netting.
City be very happy with that.
Just relieves a bit of pressure from him.
See this half out. Keeper with a slight fumble there.
Unintentional.
Antics part of the game sometimes.
Well, Tom Brinkworth just telling Washington to hurry up. Before time gets too wasted. Well, City in a great position now heading into the half-time break. It's the exact same scoreline earlier in the season between these two sides, but the other way around with City falling behind, and that's when Beograd made a massive surprise because Adelaide City were tipped to be champions early on in the season due to their strong sides. The strong side heading into the season, but they went to a bit of a slump after that. But now regaining some form.
Dying in this half. Can they get a second?
Harry, forward run, Harry. Go Lewis, go Lewis. Wait, please. Good, wait.
City, they're low. On track to continue the trend in the last 10 years or so between these two sides. One team has won on both occasions in a home and away season between these two sides. Both times, either been a win apiece or a win and a draw. And at the moment, it's looking to be either an Adelaide City win or a draw. Still time for a win for FK Beograd, but history tells us it could go to the Adelaide City way. However, we know FK Beograd like rewriting history after beating Adelaide City for the first time in almost 10 years earlier this year in an NPL game, and also doing the same the week after at home against Adelaide Comets. It's sent in near post. Signorello does well to clear it out, and that is the half-time break here at One Solution Park. Adelaide City, a late goal from Daniel Bressan, and they are going into the half-time with that lead.
Tight half, but City, you could feel, we mentioned it, the tension was just building. You could see that desperation was creeping in, and the second they got that goal, you could feel a sense of calm and composure move through that City side. I think the experience from a coaching group with Barney and Pezos going into half-time with big 1-0 right before the break.
Yes, it's going to be a big second half to come. Big 45, we can't wait. It may not be a replication of last night's game that I called Adelaide City's game against Sturt Lions, a 6-6 draw, but it could be an exciting second half to come. Potentially, we'll see what happens down here. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on your phone in the crowd, or enjoy YouTube apps. If you're at home, enjoy the warmth because it's cold down here at One Solution Park. We've got more action to come from here very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Myself, Johnny Keko, and Daniel Milovanovic down here bringing you all the action between FK Beograd and Adelaide City in the REA NPLSA.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life, and together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Here come our two sides. The bar has been set. The great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
Sinclair up the double. There's the back foot. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, Anderson in!
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for my protect.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd.
In the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yudak Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Mateo. One of 3 top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru. Looking for the ball over the top.
mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Konstantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Konstantopoulos, sent the keeper.
Making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by the Friedrich, gets the touchdown. Stefan Matteo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one, then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. Two in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but...
Lovely ball from Trimboli. Bisasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Bisasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Matteo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Matteo go. Jai King-Burn. Matteo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They've let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Stratford. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli, number 9, Tane Morris, number 12, Georgia Box, number 13, Madeline Box, number 14, Siobhan Eastham, number 16, Natasha Vella, and number 27, Lena Vogelsang with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Aaron Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, one-on-one. Well collected by Aaron Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Munich. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's one-on-one with the keeper. Could this be the opening? Was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set-piece opportunity. Quickly, hitting! It's in! The breakthrough being made.
The ball. The Suns general
Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Noto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Noto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Noto's there! To make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Adelaide Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane. Just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Welcome back down to One Solution Park as we get back underway for the second half between FK Beograd and Adelaide City. Beograd back underway. Their strip, the red and blue, iconic. It's the iconic black and white zebra stripes for Adelaide City, formerly Adelaide Juventus. You smell a wafting smell of some type of food. I don't know if it's coming from the kitchen or someone's house.
I don't think it matters.
Some type of smell. As
there are still a few supporters in the club rooms, so I'm going to assume it's coming from the club rooms.
It's a chilly night down here in the western suburbs.
Wait, now, get up, Tony.
Doesn't look to be any changes for either side at half time.
Harry, drop.
Both goalkeepers were out early to warm up before their sides made their way out for the second half. Neon Kuri on the ball as Beograd tried to get through, but Adelaide City too strong in that defence.
Kilo up, Stokesy up, close again.
City starting fairly deep in these initial stages.
Yes, H. Lewis, stay inside.
Finding their feet early in the half.
Yes, Manito, Lewis. Yes, up one. Fish, up, yes, H.
Full well knowing that FK Beograd is going to come in flying.
Stay on side. Gotta go.
Press on.
With the back.
Lone goal scorer so far in this fixture. He tried to make his way into the area again. presents himself with another opportunity. Bring the background slightly. The screams of "Come on, City!" The Adelaide City fans in attendance. Full of fans that attend every home game, away game as well this season.
Without fail.
Remember the first ever NPL game I commentated was Adelaide City, Adelaide Comets. In attendance, known as the Adelaide City's celery squad. Actually, first time I actually experienced it, and I actually had the celery sticks in hand.
What was the result?
Adelaide City won that game.
Yeah.
Down at Central Stadium it was. The card just being given. Free kick for Adelaide City in this game right now. It was a great game of football back then. Kirk scored, I remember that. I believe Adelaide Comets went into that game in the first leg as the leaders. But on aggregate, Adelaide City managed to take the chocolates, get into the grand final, and won it at the Arden Sports Complex. I've got to say, the grand final was played pretty late in the year that year due to COVID pushing the league back slightly. However, I think it was a very good time of the year to play the grand final. The warmer months. Sandoni Natsiopoulos finds Konstantopoulos, gets it to it, tries to cut onto his right. However, it's quickly picked up. Luis Laurie Latanzio.
Good boy. Play feet.
City looking strong straight out the gate in this half.
Crouch up.
Go, H, go.
High ball through. Can they get a second? And Signorello reads that well. And the shot from Harry Thomas could have been his second goal of the season.
Done everything right there. The interplay, the ball in behind, just over the top. Perfect backspin on it. But Jamie's made himself big in front of the goal there.
Read it well.
Stood his ground.
Despite that only goal so far in this game, a save like that and a few more could make it harder for Kavanagh when he comes back from injury in a couple of weeks' time. Make that decision just as hard for the coach, the lawyer. Beograd now trying to find a way through forward. Udai Koike. Caught up, wins the foul.
Immense defending there to break up and delay that passage of play.
Lewis, stay inside. Stay inside, good boy. Yes, Lewis.
Damian Luic.
Go drop for him.
Natsiopoulos finds Koike. Just the wrong footing and goes out for a goal kick.
Danny.
A little bit of edginess coming from both teams at the start of this half.
Lewis, all the way. Here. Harry.
Maybe that little bit of pressure coming out from half time.
Fish, stay central.
Beograd just a little bit quiet on the bench in his opening 5 minutes.
Danny.
Referee Tom Brinkworth just calling Dakota Oshingham out on the time wasting. I think that was a final warning from the referee. So maybe a card next time he does it again. He's done it a few times so far this game.
He'll call it game management.
Thanks. Paddy! Look go! Harry! On the 22! Harry!
Paul Bezos just directing and coaching from the sidelines.
Step up!
Just directing the positioning of his players.
Stay there, Lewis!
Latanzio, it seems to be
Shot!
the
One!
core receiver of those instructions as well in the last few minutes.
One! Yes, Cheesy! Delay!
Bracco. Low ball.
Yes, Fish! Bucco up!
Beograd supporters now just really filling up that open space just on the side of the grandstand. Right behind play now.
Strategically picking their spot to support from by the looks of it.
It's always the hardest spot, I reckon, for players to play around. Especially in the second half when they are going in that direction, scoring in that direction. Defenders really do cop it, and the goalkeeper from the fans. However, Dakota Oshman would be very happy on this pitch with these supporters not having them directly behind him, as there's no spot for any fans to stand on behind the goals. Otherwise, I feel like the FK Belgrade supporters would be a nightmare to play behind.
If they were allowed to, you would not want to be a keeper.
No. Bucco, Signorello has to read that well. He does. Sees it of any danger.
Second time this half, City have really hit with an effective press, targeting that slow back pass.
Coachy up. Falco's there to clear it. Juan Gutierrez putting up a fight as Konstantopoulos does well to find his teammate Ivanic, but it's offside. Doesn't matter now.
Adrian. DB come in. Easy.
At 1-0, it could be a very long half if it stays as is.
Well, substitution for FK Beograd could be coming very soon. Players warming up, but Anthony Triboli has been called back to start getting ready to come on.
Go longer, all good. Drop your line, Lewis. Forward. Forward.
Again.
Let's go.
Signorello. Leaves it out. Gutierrez. Juan Gutierrez trying to find a spot to go. Ends up using Luis Lora-Datanzio. And we'll get the corner though. The away side.
Watching Adelaide City last week, they really tried to make the most of these set pieces. So no doubt they would have worked on these during the week, looking to get something from them.
A hand from Signorello. Sends it out for a throw. He's doing all right so far in the second half. Opening 10 minutes. Look like City have had the most chances out of the two. But Beograd not giving up just yet. Whilst Anthony Trimboli is warming up on the sidelines now. Kitted it up, ready to go. But who he will be replacing will be the question. Another yellow. Handed out from City to City, sorry. So Adam Pishkaneri was on the end of that. The sub will be happening now. Anthony Trimboli. To make his way onto the pitch. And well, on far end, can't quite see who it is exactly coming off.
Harry, you're ready to jump. Fish. Fish.
So it might be Matthew Mayer.
Danny. Stay side. Yes, Harry.
He would have loved to be on the score sheet tonight against his former side. Just one more touch from Matthew Mayer before he goes to the bench.
And again, Beograd looked to have reshuffled after making that substitution. Trimboli coming on up top.
Lewis inside a bit more. Stay central, Harry.
Early move from the FK Beograd bench though. Shows their intent to really go for this game.
Well, almost at the 1 hour mark. Third of the way into the second half. No one yet to score since returning from the half-time break, but hopefully there'll be some more goals in this for the neutral.
Plenty to come.
The 5 o'clock game means there's a lot of time still to watch football, go home, put your going out clothes on and head out to town. If you're young, though. I'm 30 in 2 weeks, so for me, it's home in front of the fire.
Congratulations.
So I'm getting close to calling my last few games in my 20s. As into the area, it goes out wide, almost a double for Adelaide City.
Thought that was going in for sure, the way it's whipped in at the last moment. That would have been a goal of the week contender.
Absolutely would have been. Talking about my 30th as well. Mine falls on a Saturday, the 29th of June.
Doing commentary?
No, I'm not on the night. Not on the night. I'm going to do one on the Friday night, just to do my last one in my 20s.
Lewis, a bit more.
I got a party on the night, so unfortunately I'm preparing for the beforehand for the 3 o'clock kickoffs, but the 7 o'clock won't be able to watch.
As far as excuses goes, that's fair enough. We'll let you off that one.
Lewis over the time, just couldn't get the right footing. He just clips it as he goes for the shot. Kochi up, move back pass. Cleverly done to Fish Canary. Now City just trying to find a way forward as they choose back as an option.
Good period of sustained pressure from Adelaide City these last 4 or 5 minutes. I'm sure Pezos will be happy with that.
Elo, come in more. Cheesy up. Second. Yes. Yes. Hey.
Well, yes, yep.
And again, City.
Curry tries to find his way through.
Almost penetrated his cursor there.
Bucco, a great ball through. Lewis Latanzio, and it just goes out wide.
Could have sworn that was going in.
It did look like it that way. Just read it well. Has been off a little bit at times tonight, Lewis Latanzio. A couple of missed hits. On there, probably his best chance of the night.
Signorello will be taking a big sigh of relief after that.
Stay there, Book. Stay there. Double shadow the 6 now, Book. Book. Double shadow the 6.
Could have really put the game to bed.
Hey. Step up. Drop Lewis. Lewis, emergency. Keep going, Books. Yes, one. Stay one. Stay inside one. Yeah, good, Lewis. Bucco, double shadow the 6.
Beograd having got out of that one.
just a little bit confused. I was watching YouTube and it was only like a 7-second delay. It's pretty good.
It's impressive.
Very impressive. I remember watching some A-League matches where I would message someone that was at the game and say, what a goal. Oh, sorry, that wasn't at the game. Say, what a goal. And they hadn't even seen it yet.
Spoiler alert.
It was like a minute delay. But here, there's no delay here. That's why it's called the National Premier League. Premier competition in South Australia. Premier broadcasting in South Australia as well.
Top-notch service provided.
Exactly, as a rest provided to Patrick Carrigier. That's a night for him. Started every game, played every game this season. Started 7 so far for Adelaide City. And it's Luca Ullman coming on for the remainder of the match.
Louis! Luca!
Just his 8th appearance so far this season. All coming off the bench. It's Constantopoulos now, finds his form up forward. He's got Trimboli there. Sneaks through and just over slightly. And you can see the disappointment there and the shock from him that he knew he had the best opportunity of the night to get the equaliser.
Keeper left standing there on that one. If that Constantopoulos had managed to get that on target.
Adelaide City now back to the bench very quickly. His 10th appearance off the bench for Adelaide City. Alex Bellastella coming on for Harry Thomas.
Luca! Here!
Borko, great touch out to nearly substituted Luca Ullman. Finds his way. Ballestella as well. 2 substitutes trying to make an early impact for their side. So for a throw though for the away side, Adelaide City. Only 25 minutes left in this fixture. Can they do something again? Nicholas Borko, the one who looking to try and make that difference. Definitely had a bit more presence in this game this week. Starting, opposed to coming off the bench in last week's game against Adelaide Comets.
Yeah, I did mention earlier that last week, watching the Comets Adelaide City game, the intensity that Adelaide City played at it's some of the highest I've seen in the NPL this season. And it looks to be that heading into the 60, 70 minute mark, they're doing much the same this week. And for teams to match that, it's a tall ask, especially one goal down.
Certainly right. Seemed like FK Beograd just had a lot of injuries so far this season. Always had a minimum of like 3 or 4 each week.
In the second half of the season, it can start to catch up with you.
I've got Bucco there. Keep coming, DB. Luca, yes, Luca. On ball.
Well, can they do something? FK Belgrade to find their way back into this. They got the very late equaliser last week to make it 1-0. Can they do the same tonight? They want to try and leave a little bit more time after that equaliser to get the chocolates and the 3 points. There we go, the card coming out for kicking it away. That's Luca Ullman, his first yellow of the season. He's come on, he's got a yellow in his first few minutes.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there, maybe really wanting to make his mark in the game and
SAB, help him out.
Coach May's marking the
Slide
referee's
across,
book.
slide across, Bucko. Hey, Lewis, behind you.
Hope for his sake, that's the only one.
Unless it's a goal. Well, there's that City chant. But we know too well what it's like when a goal does go in for Beograd. It's a packed area there that it will be nice and loud. Screaming Beograd. Chants that echo across the western suburbs.
Closer, Danny. Danny, look at the hole.
If they do get a comeback with a late win, could be an equally as late night in the Hoodville West. We do know they love to party. A draw down here on Anzac Day. I remember going to get pizza afterwards and coming back, and I think it was 1:45 or 1:45 at night, and they're still going. Still going. There was about 6 or 7 left at that point, but they were still going. I reckon it might have been quarter. It was either quarter. Yeah, it was 1:45 or 1:45.
Hope for their sake they do manage something tonight then. How was the pizza?
Pizza was alright. Not as good as the chip apps would have been, but had to go and eat something. But they sold out of their chip apps and all their meat that night. Not surprisingly at all though. It was a massive crowd, a massive turnout. Just enough for Dakota Osham to take. Nothing out of reach for him. Pardon the pun.
Again, last 5-10 minutes, just a little bit stop-start.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting game of football at the moment. However, as we know in football, things can easily change.
Now! Forward! Go, Luca! Stay middle!
Can he do something here? Trimboli! Oh, a little bit of curve on it. Unfortunately goes out just wide. But from the angle, as it came off his boot, looking to go straight in, but that last minute curve that he put on the ball.
Just not quite come off for him. But to be in that position, get his body across.
And there's that yellow card to Dakota Osham for time wasting again, by the looks of it.
Definitely. Trimboli there has just reminded the black and white that they can't rest on their laurels here.
Danny, second phase, Danny. Yes, Luca. Get up, Lewis. Go, Luca. Forward. Forward. Go forward. Go forward. Go. Keep going, Luca. Don't. Fish, now what? Cheesy. Left footer. Again. Try! Book, drop your line. There's a triangle there. Now! Fish! Now, hit him out. Let's go, Books.
Beograd doing well
Go,
to
Books.
play through the press there.
Luca, open your body. Stay there, Luca. Up, Luca.
Earlier
Stay there,
today,
Books.
there was a game of football that featured two nations that
Yes, Luca. Delay.
have representatives from both these sides.
Yes, Books.
Jared Clark,
Lewis,
Vanuatu and Solomon Islands,
Lewis.
who is the country of origin for Adelaide City's new signing, Rafael Leao, who is
Bucko, drop.
unable to play in the senior squad just yet, but played reserves last week and made an impact coming in with an assist. And looking forward to seeing how the 20-year-old goes when he's eligible to play in the seniors in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be at that reserves game too, and he did. I didn't know who he was watching the reserves initially, and instantly he stood out. So definitely an exciting one for Adelaide City, and I'll be hoping he makes a difference come into season finals.
Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to try and see who is the lineups in those fixtures, because I would love to see That game happened at 1:30 today. If either of those players were in the team, but if they were, anyone knows, message me, because I would love to see the starting lineups.
Again, it's another good point of reference for NPLSA.
What can you confirm that Jared Clark did start?
What was the result?
A 1-0 victory for Vanuatu. So, very close game.
That's it, folks. Done your job.
That
Done your
goal
job.
came in the 71st minute.
Show him go, Luca. Yes,
It's great to see we've got some quality here in South Australia. We know we always did, but just being able to tap into the Oceania region.
Stay up.
And another thing to note as well is that we've probably had the first Socceroo debut, or debutant, that has only played NPL football less than 12 months prior to his debut, which was Historia Nkunda. So that's something to keep in mind as well, that we can have some current Oceanic players in our league, plus someone that's the quality of Nestor Nkunda playing in the LA United squad, and after his final game in the NPL, and I think it was a semi-final last year, less than 12 months later, he's in the Socceroos making his debut.
It really shows the level of the league, though, doesn't it? When players are able to make the jump from NPL to international level in such a short space of time, or even at the same time.
Or someone like Bovalina as well, who was playing NPL football for LA United and gets his chance in the A-League, and now he's playing MLS.
Yeah.
So, over for Vancouver Whitecaps, who would probably be one of my MLS teams of choice, as I've got family in Vancouver. I got lost one night in Vancouver, and that's all I remember seeing is that stadium after a Canucks game. It's an interesting place as Adelaide City now try and get in the area, and once again a mistimed kick, and it's an open goal opportunity. Just quickly,
I've almost lost my footing in reaction to that goal, that missed goal.
And it's Luca Ullman again.
Golden opportunity on a silver platter, and he just can't quite grasp it.
Well, as a young player as well, those type of moments could hurt your confidence slightly, but can't allow that to happen in this game, as Beograd quickly with Konstantopoulos wins the free. And this is going to get a bit heated now as we make our way into the exact final minutes, 15 minutes of this game.
If you're Beograd here, you've got away with two massive opportunities on Adelaide City's behalf. You have to come and get something now.
Konstantopoulos, the man to do it. He's no stranger of setting something up.
Good Lewis, there. Attack the ball. That's
Konstantopoulos goes for it himself, and it's a great reach from Washington to deny it, but it will be a corner though, which is no denying another opportunity, and it's no time wasted. It's a short ball.
Step up.
Koikau, he's there, but it's left out. Falco.
Step up, no cross.
City fighting to not let it get into the area, and it's quickly dealt with by Washington.
Go, Luca. Don't stop the run.
Look at Ullman's getting those directions from Paul Pezzos on the sidelines. Very vocal.
Come on, man.
In his directions.
You have to fucking go through him, huh? Keep the ball.
All game he's been giving instructions to his side.
Slow down, that's it. Done your job. Slow down. That's it, folks.
Willard Detanzio, when he was there, was getting those directions. As I mentioned, he did start giving those directions again to Louis. Konstantopoulos out to Falco. Now to Koike. Just trying to find the right foot there, but in the meantime, turned it over.
Luca!
Now Beograd again on the ball. Can they do something? Time's wasting. 13 minutes or so left, plus an additional time.
Which I can't imagine there's much of.
Probably only 3 minutes, maybe. I think it was only 2 in the first. But you didn't see too much. There hasn't been too much stoppage.
For a game that's 1-0 though, there has been some golden opportunities.
Get up, Stacey.
Again, with the team in red and blue.
And it's provided exactly what we were probably expecting in terms of a game of football between these two sides. Very close
hard.
on the table, close on the table. They're fighting to try and be in finals contention.
Home crowd getting a little bit more vocal now too. Seeing if they can give their team
that motivation they need. Well, take a look at the live ladder as we speak as well, because all important 3 points now for Adelaide City will put them in a great position away from that pack. Down 22 points currently in 5th place. As Tom Brinkworth is just going to go to the bench now and give a yellow card. And there's the assistant coach who just looks in surprise.
Get up with the line.
Not sure what he got the thing for, the yellow for, John Felitis. His response to the assistant referee was looking at the board. Maybe he said something about the board, or that the referee thought it was directed at him, or he did say something trying to defend himself. Who knows? But he has received a yellow card.
As you were saying, coming back to that live table, that would put, I didn't realise, but if they manage to keep this result, it puts them just 5 points off top, or 6.
It does. 6 points away from top spot, but only 4 points away from 4th spot, which is Campbelltown City, who are only 2 spots away from that first. So they could well and truly be within that fight for the top 4. As Constantopoulos wants to try and put that to rest and keep their side in the chance for a final spot. Ivanic couldn't quite get there because he knew he was offside. Well, that ball just went over my car. Thank God, didn't hit me. Don't need any more dings on my car. Yonkuru.
I imagine being one of the houses next to this ground, you'd receive a few balls throughout the season.
See, I would put up a big fence. If it does come into my yard, I'll keep it because I think they're worth about $100 a ball.
Yep.
So I'd resell them on Marketplace. By the end of the year, you'll make $50,000.
Good.
Luca Ullman now, he's on the run. Want to try and make up for what he did earlier, but unfortunately, it's just a heavy touch, sees it go out. Stalco. Nice little turn. Unfortunately, couldn't control the ball though. And come off second best now as he holds his ankle. He's not good. I love how Paul Pezos is just telling the opposition, kick it out, bro. He's injured.
Very casually trying to buy his side a little bit of respite.
If that was his side, he wouldn't be saying that, but I love it. Kick it out, bro. It's injured. Just a casual remark.
I always think sometimes if
The Trimboli. Crossover. Oh, no one there to get it.
if the neutral supporters that listen into these games heard half the stuff that comes off the benches, I think they'd be quite amused.
Well, you used to hear everything when you would have no commentary, but we got commentary now, so we can't hear everything at the moment. But we do.
We do.
And it's fantastic. Sometimes you hear conversations of fans talking about their kids or anything in between. And sometimes those things are good to tune out.
Lewis, inside. Now. AB, squeeze up! AB up!
City looking very disciplined here.
Rico, stay!
Every single player working.
Falco sends it deep. Can Ivanic do something here? Prevented by Oshinen.
Misjudgment, miscommunication. Not sure what quite went wrong there. But
well, time is ticking. 8 minutes to go. Beograd don't have too much hard work to do unless They need to protect this now. Ullman. Goni. Nyankuru now. Firing forward. Beograd on the counter. Can they get something? Just a heavy touch. Unfortunately, they came off. Andoni Matsiopoulos. Was it no, it was Anthony Trimboli, sorry.
And again, City just taking that sting out of the red and blue and trying to control this situation.
It's a bit of a stoppage of play just there, where there was miscommunication from Adelaide City bench telling the referee they wanted to make a sub. It was communicated to the official, but they quickly changed their mind on that, and then a bit of confusion had gone on, and the game had to restart. So,
honest mistake, or?
I don't know. Well, Barney was saying that he made the mistake. Pezos seemed a little bit apologetic, but they are going to make that change in the second half. Who knows if it is a bit of time wasting and then bad cop situation, because it did seem like that. There was 3 different opinions from 3 different coaches. So that could be the case.
Organised chaos.
Possibly.
The other 3. Tell her. Pass, tell her.
Think about what you're doing.
Well, this is commentators' fun moments. Triple substitution from both sides, so there will be a sub for FK Beograd. And it's Maxim Ivanic coming off. And Shearer making his way on, whilst Nicholas Pucco and Nicholas Francesi both calling it a night for the away side, sorry. And it's Isaac Martini. Fergus Lynch coming off the bench. So, some younger players. Isaac scored once this season. It's gone out for the goal kick. 5 minutes to go. Can they produce something? FK Beograd got some time, but how much of time do they need to get an equaliser and follow up with a winner? Would Adelaide City be able to double the lead and just prevent that from ever happening? And ever entering the minds of the home side? Well, it's a question that only the football on the park can answer for us.
And this is where, as a coach, it becomes that tightrope where do you consolidate or do you go for the second?
It's a hard one.
If you consolidate and you concede, questions be asked and vice versa.
Well, the home fans definitely don't want them to get the second. They want to be in with a chance. They did delay equaliser last week. 90 plus minutes. As we said earlier, they don't want to do that again tonight. Will they have that chance? We don't know. It's Batistella now. He tries to get around Signorello, puts his body in the way, and will be out for a corner.
He's been very good on the park tonight.
He has been. He's going to make a half for Kavanagh. Kavanagh's probably in the stands watching, thinking to himself, how am I going to get back into that, into goals?
Last game I was here at this ground watching was Comets versus FK Beograd. Kavanagh, the performance he put in that day.
That was a good game. Did not expect that win, to be honest.
I think if the game went for 40 more minutes, Comets would not have scored. It was just desperation, hunger, desire from the home team that night.
And the hunger from the commentary team was all that night when we got into the commentary box and had the into the club rooms. It's always the best part about commentating local football.
Preempting your move after this game.
Quick back down and into the change rooms. That's, well, not change rooms, sorry. Club rooms. Don't think the players want me in their change rooms. Nyankuru, very lucky not to give it away to City. Smell the people having their fires at home. The smell of a Saturday night, or actually a winter's night, to be honest.
And it's ended up as an absolutely gorgeous night down here.
It is. Just slightly chilly, but nothing a warm jacket and fingerless gloves can't fix.
Yes, Luca, here. Luca.
Again, if you want those fingerless gloves, be sure to get in contact with Johnny.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple.
Good.
Just for a small margin. On top of the cost price.
Forward, forward, forward. Go, Lewis. Go on, Lewis.
Although I think Kmart do have a cheaper version of them as well, so I could make it a bigger profit margin.
Just don't tell people that.
It's whipped in. Anthony Trimboli does well to get in the area, but unfortunately, touch doesn't favour him. And now they're just final 2 minutes of normal time.
Trimboli's struggled to get in play since he's come on, but every single time he has been able to get involved. He looks like he's going to make something happen.
Adelaide City from relegation zone to finals football in a matter of weeks. They have found their form in the right time of the season to do so. And so far, they are only 6 points, 2 wins away from top spot as well. It's amazing how local football works, or football in general, where a team that has facing relegation the first time in almost 80 years, roughly, potentially less or more, give or take, have been able to get out of that area and now put their focus on finals footy.
And if I'm one of those top 4 sides, I'm definitely looking over my shoulder. 5 wins on the bounce is nothing.
Well, and Campbelltown City are only 4 points ahead. However, they're hosting Adelaide City, not next week, the week after. So it's a big game. And that's going to be possibly a game I'm calling for the last time in my 20s. And what a game's called. Luca Allman does well, gets himself in a great position. Adelaide City almost a chance to double their lead. And in disbelief, the bench cannot believe it. They almost signed, sealed and delivered themselves 3 points. But it wasn't to be. Just gives Beograd that chance, a little chance and hope that they can still get into this.
I'll tell you what, that's the 3rd golden opportunity City has had this half.
It's the younger players as well that are producing those opportunities up front and just making slight mistakes. But is it the experience level that's maybe putting them off occasionally with those couple of those?
And I think as a younger player, you always got to make those mistakes.
It's how you recover from it as well.
Yeah.
Let it eat you up or
show that resilience.
Yeah, exactly. That's in all forms of work and life as well. As Beograd do not give up. Can they do something here? You know, this side has come back from behind many times this season.
In the same position just a week ago.
In the 90-plus minutes as well. So can they get the equaliser? It's Andoni Natsiopoulos. And the touch doesn't fall to their favour. It's Luca Allman again. Nyankuru puts his body on the line. It will be a throw.
Don't do fly kicks.
Juan Gutierrez.
Team in black and white. No rush, of course. Keen to just see this game out.
And the reason why they're wasting time is black and white as well. It's because they want to hold on to this 3 points desperately. It's looking that way. We're in the 2nd minute of additional time. There'll only be probably another minute or so to go. Big 3 points for Adelaide City. Very important to get away from that pack. 5 teams within 1 point of each other below them now. And 4 teams within 2 points in that top 4 spot. So they're really separating themselves from 2 of those packs. There's a yellow card given to Nyonkuru, which City will be licking their lips at because it gives them some more time to bite as we head into that 93rd minute mark of this game.
The ideal outcome for the City point of view, that you get the opportunity to take a shot on goal, control the tempo of the game, bleed some time out.
Well, will he go for it this time? Because worst case scenario, he wastes a bit of time.
Absolutely.
Well, best case, he gets in the back of the net and seals the deal.
Don't dive in. Don't dive in.
Looks like Pishkaneri is on the ball. Can he get this? I think he's going to put it all behind it. Goes for it himself. A deflection. Just goes out wide. It will be a corner now. So worst case scenario has turned to best case for them.
You guys three. You guys stay. All good.
Very minimal numbers in the box as expected.
Whilst Beograd have 3 up and 5 back for Adelaide City, just in case the ball gets cleared up forward and want to go on the break, which is exactly what they'll be aiming to do.
Hey, B, come central more. Must get out of there. Must get out of there. There's no one in there.
Calls from the coach, Adrian Deloy, up from FK Beograd to call Massimo Falco to get out of the area because Adelaide City have just sent all their players away from the box, which indicated they wanted to go short, which they did. And now, it looks like this is done and dusted now. I don't think Adelaide City are going to allow Beograd to get the ball. Doesn't look that way. 94 minutes, 4 minutes of additional time. That seems like the max I would have given as a referee. I think it's...
I don't know if it's going to come out that corner if he played another 2 minutes now.
Quakat, Nyonkuru just hopefully kicking it out with a chance of it getting out far, but it's ticking away. Can Beograd get it? Poor pass to Massimo Falco, misread, and that is just cost them.
Must be it.
It's just, you can see. Poor Bezos just having a bit of fun there. The thing about his mentality, though, is, well, he's just that cool, calm, collected kind of coach. He does get a bit heated at time and passionate, but...
I was just about to say, it depends on what the scoreline is.
It does, but then when he's in a good mood, he's a great guy to be around. He's a laugh as well.
Absolutely, he's a stalwart of the Football SA community too.
But I've been there when he's down and, well, intimidating to say the least.
Heart on his sleeve.
But it's Anthony Trimboli, sorry. And that could have been the last opportunity for Beograd.
96th minute.
Oh, wow.
Was that it?
It could be. It could be. It's just a game that we thought was going to be a thrilling game of football.
In fairness, 1-0 is probably quite complimentary to the side in red and blue.
Adelaide City have had a lot more chances in this game than Beograd. And, well, Adrian Deloy, Beograd indicating that there's at least 2 to 3 minutes left in this game. I don't know if he's got official word from the officials. But if that's the case, then, well, there could be still a chance for an equaliser, as it is in the area. Nyonkuru. Can they do something, Beograd? If there is 2 minutes left, this is a lot of time still to get a goal. And as we've seen in the past, a lot of time to even win this out if there is at least 3 minutes.
Get up, Martinez.
Luich.
Caution to the wind.
Craig Shearer. And Shearer And time is done. 97 minutes of football, not enough for FK Beograd to get onto the score sheet, but more than enough time for Adelaide City to get the 3 points and sees himself in 5th place, 2 points ahead of the pack, but 6 points away from top spot.
Yeah, you can see the devastation in the Beograd side here. It was a crucial game for both teams. 1-0, City will walk away from that one ecstatic.
And you can see Nicholas Booker as well, just cheering and giving us the signal of 5 fingers to say they're in 5th spot. And here you can see the...
and 5 in a row.
Yes, 5th spot, 5 in a row. They can't believe it.
It's a dream night for City to go from where they were to where they are. And I know behind the scenes, the coaching staff really asked a lot of the team. But they've stepped up. This last month, they've really stepped up and shown why they were title contenders coming into the start of the season. From the Beograd point of view, they just weren't quite there tonight. They got outclassed and didn't quite happen for them.
Well, that's tonight from here at One Solution Park, rounding out round 15 of the RA NPLSA. What a weekend of football. Lots of goals, lots of talking points, and, well, lots of time to celebrate the weekend as well and enjoy yourself, relax, because next week, more football, round 16, as we get to the final 6 rounds of football in this league. Well, final 7, sorry. Thank you for joining me, Daniel. It's been a pleasure to call a game alongside you.
Thank you for having me. It was a gorgeous night for it, much better than your night last night.
Yeah.
So
a bit dry out, which has been great, but cold, just as cold as last night. Well, thank you for joining us, myself, Johnny Keko, and Daniel Milovanovic down here at the home of FK Beograd. Didn't get the win tonight, but Adelaide City in 5th place after tonight's 3 points over FK Beograd. Have a great night. We'll see you all next week for RA NPLSA football. Have a great weekend.
Last time, I was talking to Ali Atkins, and she was saying